It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, these guys are in the doldrums, a real tough stretch with only one win to show for their last 9 games. And tonight, 2 top-tier centers going toe-to-toe. Obviously, the center position has become more multi-dimensional than ever. Shaq, give us your thoughts on how your position has evolved.
Well, the new defensive rules make it harder to post up. Versatility has never been more important for centers. You know, starting to play small ball, we need to get a little more versatile and show them that, hey, Akeem is not gone.
Do you think you could survive in the league in this day and age?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Wow,
yes.
what a question.
Yes,
I
yes.
can't believe he even asked you that.
I can't believe he answered it.
I think you come off the bench now.
Yeah, you could be a great 6th man.
Oh!
Whoa!
Okay, you could stop.
Shaq don't do bench.
Okay. Defensively, centers just have to guard, and Shaq could guard.
Yeah.
I could play guard.
We are in Charlotte, North Carolina. 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Hornets. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Today's game marks the continuation of the Lakers' road schedule. And, of course, Isaiah Thomas. A lot of what he's been doing in his first several games with his new team, just feeling things out, using that basketball instinct and learning the playbook.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, I never thought about it until I hurt my back. Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, I realized that I liked that side of the game. And Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, you know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Isaiah Thomas out there with ball, and it's Ingram in at the small forward position. And here's Charlotte. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ, you're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. A reverse, and the layup is up and in.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Lamb. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
Well, his rebounding stood out too. He gave them a big lift on the board.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Ingram. Ball with it. Working on Walker. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lets it go from 11. The shot misses. And the Lakers going the other way now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
A good poise led to good shot selection, and that was the key to maximizing their opportunities.
And Lamb kicks to Batum. Makes it off the glass.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Lopez a screen. Ingram with it. He had 13 points in the win against Philadelphia. Here's Ball, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
Clock is at 3. Offline with his 3. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Picked by Randall. Ball dishes to Ingram. It's good from long range. Ingram's got 5 points so far. And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game.
And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
No good on that one.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Charlotte making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in. And he sinks the second. And the NBA season can be a long one, Chris. How important were team functions and team events during the season as a way to relieve some of the stress of the season?
Oh, man, if you're on a good team and a good team in the locker room, then you really don't even have to have team functions because you're going out, hanging out after every practice, going to play golf on warm days.
It's just natural, right?
Yeah, it's just natural. You're eating with guys, hanging out with guys, and so it is everything because really these are the guys that you're playing for, and the better chemistry, the better the team, I've always believed. And so team functions, hanging out with the guys, always important.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Lopez a screen. The three from Thomas. Hornets with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season. And last year, they took both games.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Randall with a screen for Ball. He dishes it to Ingram. Here's Thomas, and it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Williams with a clean look, off target with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Thomas, no luck.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Stolen by Ball. Here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Screen by Howard. Carter Williams kicks to Howard, dishes it to Williams. Ingram with it, now defended by Carter Williams, and stolen by Williams. And Batum kicks to Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Pass to Randall. The feed now to Lopez. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Ball with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Carter Williams, the pass to Batum. The Lakers with the rebound. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Randall with a screen for Thomas. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas.
Well, how about Isaiah Thomas making his 2nd All-Star game last season? I mean, many people felt he should have been a starter. The fan vote ended up early and giving it to Kyrie Irving and DeMar DeRozan instead, but terrific season for Isaiah Thomas. Fantastic rhythm on that mid-range jump shot. You can't give him space from there.
He feeds it to Ball. There's a screen. Passes to Kuzma. Inside, Zubac, and it's sent back by Howard. And here is Carter Williams. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Ball. Outside for Thomas. Jacks up a 3, drills the three-pointer. Thomas got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And this is one of Thomas's go-to shots. Incredibly consistent from three-point range.
And Thomas last season setting career highs in scoring and efficiency, Chris.
Oh, well, he took his play to a new level. Only 5'9", but you can't measure the size of his heart.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. Over Kid Gilchrist. Rebounded by Howard. Hornets trail by 4. Monk kicks to Carter Williams. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Charlotte.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Ball. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Feeds to Monk. Clock at 6. And then Monk with the dunk.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Here's Ball. 8 points for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 10 points.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Now here's Carter Williams. No good from 11 feet.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Here's Thomas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for him.
And you know, though Thomas is a smaller player, his size doesn't deter him from getting close to the basket. I mean, that's what you have to love about this kid.
Here's Carter Williams. Carter Williams with another miss. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Caldwell Pope dishes the ball. And there's the pass to Zubac. Pass the ball. Here's Kuzma. Carter Williams covering. Kuzma can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Now here's Ball. 10 points for him. Outside Thomas. Pass to Kuzma. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Monk, no one around him. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now just a 2-point Laker lead. 1:30 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Kuzma. There's a good screen. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Howard. Here's Carter Williams. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Los Angeles has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. One thing that I think many players and certainly many other coaches, Chris, in the NBA love about Steve Clifford is his brutal honesty. He will pull no punches with you.
Yeah, reporters just can't throw cliche phrases at him during the press conferences or he'll dismantle him. The frankness he has with the media and players is one reason players like playing for him.
Now here's Ball. Carter Williams covering. Now the pass to Kuzma. And here is Zubac. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And the Lakers lead by 1.
I love the form that Caldwell Pope has. When he's open in the mid-range, he feels comfortable rising up from there.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. Hart, he's checked in for the Lakers. Ennis comes in for Ball. .24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Hart for the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Hart's got his first 3 points of the game. Hornets trail by 4. Now here's Carter Williams. Outside Kid Gilchrist. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Right back after this break. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. On the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Ivica Zubac, Ennis out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Kuzma in at the power forward position. The shot by Monk is no good.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
Kuzma, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Now, here's Monk. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Kaminsky, the pass to Monk. Here's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And the Hornets miss again.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
It's tipped. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. To the wing right side. The dish to Walker. A three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lakers leading by 5. Now Ennis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Hart. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Caldwell Pope for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
And Walker kicks to Hernan Gomez. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kemba Walker. Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively?
Hart, no good.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Monk. He dishes it to Walker. Count that one. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Ennis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Here's Walker. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Caldwell Pope. He doesn't hit that one. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Over to the left wing. Monk off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 7. Hart the pass to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Monk, guarded closer. Here's Hernan Gomez. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing if they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Coach Luke Walton is coming from the 73-win Warriors team of 2016. He took over a Lakers team that has just finished off the worst season in franchise history. Quite a contrast.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Walton, as interim with the Warriors, got 39 wins coaching just half the season in Golden State. Chris, how many games did he win last season in Los Angeles?
About half that number. I mean, it's a project. They got to build it up from the ground up.
Here's Hart. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Shoots from 12. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kemba Walker.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Randall kicks to Ingram. To the inside. Here's Lopez. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Lopez has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Lakers. To the inside. Here's Hernan Gomez. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And how about as a group? 80% on the season. One of their best attributes.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Hernan Gomez. And with sponsors coming to NBA jerseys this season, Hornets fans have to be pleased with their initial sponsor. Makes perfect sense when an owner also owns a shoe brand.
Oh, yeah, and Brand Jordan has...
Now, that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
Anytime Randall gets near the rim, you better look out. It's about to be a brutal finish.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Here's Ingram. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Hornets trail by 8. Over in the corner, Batum. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Passes it to Hart. He kicks it to Ennis. Over Lamb. Ennis misses. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. And Batum kicks to Walker. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
Hart the pass to Ingram. And stolen by Williams. Outside, Batum. Williams dishes to Walker. There's a screen by Williams. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. In the corner, it's Ingram. Kicks to Lopez. Here's Hart. No good on the 3. Charlotte has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Walker with it. 11 points in the game. Tries again. Dishes it to Lamb. There's the screen. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Hart, covered by Lamb. Hart, that's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside, Walker. And here is Lamb. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Hernangomez, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Over in the corner, Randall. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Williams plays with aggression, which is why he's able to draw contact while he's shooting.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
When Marvin Williams came into the NBA out of North Carolina, the world was expecting a lot out of him, mostly because of where he was drafted, which was number 2 overall back in 2015. He hasn't lived up, Chris, to those draft position numbers, but he has been a solid contributor his entire career.
Well, it's not his fault the GM picked him that high, so I don't know. I think most players knew what his potential was. I just think that was a mistake of the GM. But for Marvin, it took some time, but he's grown into playing the power forward position. He came in as a 3, believe it or not, so I always thought he was at a disadvantage. He's always been able to shoot and stretch the floor from that spot, but now if he had played the 4, coming in and stretched out bigger guys, I think that would have been more advantageous for his game.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Howard's checked in for Hernangomez, and it's Carter Williams in for Walker. The Lakers also making some changes. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Hart, and Ball subbed in for Ennis. Well, you look around the NBA, and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature, and then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever, being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by, with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post. You just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and his skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
That's good from Ball.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Lamb with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Yep, that one goes in there. Williams has got 13 points.
Wonderful concentration from the agile Williams. He's terrific at getting whatever shot he wants down low.
Thomas kicks to Randall. Out to the right wing. Here's Ball. Outside Thomas. Kept alive. Hornets trail by 5. Fires the three. Again, the miss by Williams.
Some very slack defending. Playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Randall down low. He's guarded by Williams. Randall with the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Oh, the big body of Randall using those broad shoulders to protect the ball in traffic.
Williams a screen. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. No good from Lamb. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Thomas. A 17-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Ball no good. Charlotte shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. A shot by Batum, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Randall a screen on Carter Williams. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shoots it up. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Batum kicks to Lamb. Over Thomas. No good from Lamb. Now here's Thomas. And so that brings the first half to a close. Lakers lead by 7. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all Lonzo Ball in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
We've seen them play better, but they're still in control. Their talent level is much higher. They were able to kind of coast through the first half. But if these guys crank up the intensity, this league could double, triple, quadruple. I don't know what comes out to quadruple. But still 2 quarters to play, though.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and some of it is based on how the defense is playing you. He didn't force things. Instead, he rewarded his teammates.
The second half just about to get going here. Here's Walker. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Jeremy Lamb out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
And this is one of the things Lamb does best, scoring off the pick and roll.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Now Ingram. Randall passes to Thomas. Kicks it to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
He took good advantage of that screen. Walker's got 14 points for the game.
Hey, when Walker has the hot hand, keep getting him the ball. He fills up the stat sheet quickly.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Ingram dishes the ball. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Howard's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now here's Batum. He's tightly guarded. Williams gets the bucket.
Yet another easy make. They're really cooking now after making their third straight shot to begin this half.
The Lakers in the lead. Lakers setting a record last season for the most losses by 35 points or more in NBA history.
Yeah, fair to say that's not the kind of history you want to set. But Coach Luke Walton is accustomed to being on the winning side of those kind of beatdowns in Golden State. The team made a lot of moves in the offseason to try and avoid that again this year.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Again, the miss by Williams.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Thomas. Second chance shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Lopez. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He has a load to handle for defense.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Walker with it. He's got 14. Screen by Howard. And a wide open look for Lamb. The Hornets rebound. Howard can't hit. Lakers leading by 4. Randall with a screen for Ball. In the corner, it's Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Batum with the 3. Here's Williams. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, over time, I would say Williams has morphed into a reliable small/power forward, especially in his rebound.
And here is Ball. 13 points in the game. Back to Randall. Williams with the block. On the wing, Lamb. He's guarded by Thomas. Lamb, good.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
Ball kicks to Randall. And Thomas has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Ball. And the shot is long. Here's Lamb. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Lakers shooting for the game at 42%. Thomas goes in. Here's Ingram. Here's Lopez. Rebounded by Howard. Hornets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Left side, Williams over Randall. And the Hornets miss again. Here's Thomas. And that one drops. Thomas got 10 points.
He embraces the contact, does Thomas. At his height, he uses his body like a shield. Just has such great leverage, creating space for the finish.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Well, Julius Randle is a great fit as the roll man in the pick and roll. First off, he sets some bone-rattling screens, and when he catches the ball in space, he's a threat to drive and pass.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernangomez is checked in for Howard. Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Monks subbed in for Lamb. And Randle improving his scoring efficiency last season.
Look, you give him space to attack, he'll capitalize. Great quickness for his size, the strength to finish through contact.
Hart the pass to Zubac. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Ennis misses.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Walker dishes to Monk. The pass to Hernangomez. The feed now to Walker. And another three for Charlotte.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ennis kicks to Caldwell Pope. Hernangomez grabs the miss. Hernangomez has got his third rebound on the night. Monk with the ball, now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Walker's shot is off.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Caldwell Pope. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Now here's Walker. T right on him. And there it is for him. Monk's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hornets.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Here's Kuzma, and he converts the layup. Kuzma's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Kaminsky misses. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ennis passes to Kuzma for the tie. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 6 assists now in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Walker kicks to Monk. Here's Hernangomez. 5 points in the game. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Pass to Hart. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. That one on Monk.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
For Los Angeles, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Two shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And the Hornets team that while they have added rotation players via the draft, they haven't been able to draft a star to build around yet.
Oh, well, and with the Hornets, their best pick has been Kemba Walker back in 2011. I mean, they've traded away a lot of their picks right after making them. However, that might change as they lucked out with Monk falling to them.
Good on both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Carter Williams, the pass to Hernangomez. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that
have the record for going from worst to that best improvement, and I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, to the, he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me, because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is, can you get that in game time atmosphere? You really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it, because you have to build up so much trust. Because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that, but that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done, is get better at shooting free throws, because the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
Now here's Carter Williams, off target from three-point range.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. Clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss. Charlotte trailing. Feeds it to Monk. The dish to Kaminsky. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Kaminsky. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Monk hits the three-point bomb. Monk's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hornets. Now Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's the pick. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Ennis. Ennis has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Now here's Carter Williams. He's covered closely and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Carter Williams kicks to Monk. Carter Williams with it. The 3. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on Ennis. There's a screen. Down low. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing. Those 2 things that he possessed.
Pass to Hart. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, the Lakers are enduring the worst 5-year stretch in the franchise's history. They missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons only once, and that was back in the mid-70s. Last season, their 4th straight in the lottery.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And the Lakers have always considered themselves a championship or bust type of franchise.
Well, that mentality runs up against the reality of their situation. I mean, they seem to have accelerated the process with some draft fortune and free agent signings. I mean, especially with Magic coming back, the Magic is back. This upcoming offseason will be a big one for them.
The shot by Monk is no good. And here's Ennis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Ennis. And it's blocked.
Now, the length of Kid Gilchrist, that's what allows him to catch up with these shots. A sensational shot blocker from behind.
Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Hernan Gomez. Charlotte, no good that time either.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Oh, well, when you go up against the Hornets, you know that they're going to battle you for rebounds. Great job of closing out possessions. They rarely get pushed around on the glass.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Williams comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Lamb in there for Monk. On the free throw, no good. Hornets are a strong rebounding team, Chris. It makes sense when you look at this roster. A lot of strength at every position.
Oh, yeah. Well, and adding Dwight Howard can only help with that. Every time the shot goes up, he boxes out. He's not afraid to get into the paint and battle for position.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ball's checked in. Ingram with the steal. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And Randall throws it down.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Count that bucket.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Thomas. He's got 10. Over Lamb. No good on that last second attempt there. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And the Lakers have possession. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. All out there with Isaiah Thomas. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Howard, good.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
The Lakers trail. Now, here's Ball. Outside Thomas. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
But don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Howard setting the pick for Carter Williams. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Randall dishes to Ingram. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Up and in on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Screen by Howard. Carter Williams, the pass to Howard. Williams for 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 20 points for Williams.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Thomas kicks to Randall. Thomas a screen. In the corner, it's Ingram. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Walker's checked in for Carter Williams. Ball, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
So it's the Lakers now. 4-point game. Lopez a screen. Ball dishes to Lopez. He can't get it to go. Good D by Howard. And Batum kicks to Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Now here's ball. Guarded by Walker. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Ball. Walker the pass to Batum. Takes the 13-footer. Goes back up. Launches a three. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got 3 assists in the game.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Howard with the steal. Here's Lamb. Oh, and the jam by Lamb.
He's a rangy strider, but Lamb able to beat the defense up the court and finish the play.
Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Randall. No good on that one. And Charlotte will come the other way. To the inside. Walker. That's tipped.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
And at 6'9", Brandon Ingram played some point guard for the Lakers last season when injuries hit. He actually played point guard in high school and kept those perimeter skills even as he shot up in height.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Chris Ingram really underrated as a passer.
Well, that might be the best part of his game as a rookie. Great ball handling and playmaking ability for a player of his height. I think he has some point forward in his future.
And a sigh of relief for the Lakers back in May when they remained in the top 3 and were able to keep their draft pick.
Well, all the talk about the great talent in the 2017 draft. Not a year you want to be left on the outside looking in. Able to get Lonzo Ball because of that fortune.
Tries again, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And Lamb kicks to Williams. He dishes it to Walker. Back to Williams. The pass to Walker. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Ball. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 19 points.
Good D. Better row. Walker's showing a lot of confidence in that jump shot.
Batum with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Howard. It's good. And it's a 9-point Hornets lead.
He's feeling it this half. Total turnaround after a rough first half.
Thomas dishes to Randall. Thomas a screen. Randall kicks to Thomas from downtown. Rebounded by Howard.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lamb with the ball. Now Thomas defending. And Howard, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta, a team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
That free throw, no good. And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great players. But we've heard others say the league is watered down. How do you view that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare eras. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them and debate them, but, you know, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. It's different eras, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player there. So I think times, eras, the physical play of the 80s, of the 90s, I just know that players will handle it differently. Hand checking, the way that we call flagrant 1 fouls. It's a different league, and so I just choose to celebrate the players that we have now. They're the evolution in my mind. They're kind of the culmination of all the players that have come before them. So I just enjoy the game the way it is now.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brandon Ingram doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court. He keeps a pretty even keel.
Yeah, sleepy-eyed, soft-spoken. His face is hard to read. If you ask his coaches, though, he's a sponge, always paying attention and absorbing his surroundings.
And so he hits both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Screen by Howard. Here's Walker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Walker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. Now Ball. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball. So he gets them both.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
Here's Walker. Lopez grabs the board. Lakers trail by 8. Thomas passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
Oh, the assist from Thomas. Finding the open man. Nice decision offensively.
Talk about compiling your coaching resume in a hurry. Luke Walton, in his first year as an assistant, wins a title. And in year 2, as interim head coach, leads the Warriors to the best start in league history.
Well, it's all about timing and grace. 24-0 start. With Walton at the helm, they went 39-4. It catapulted him to the front of the line among head coaching candidates.
Charlotte leading by 6. Outside, Walker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, look, it's easy to see how important Kemba Walker is to this offense. His ability to score, but his impact goes beyond that. He does a great job of creating movement and opening up lanes for his teammates. He facilitates without turning over the ball.
That free throw good from Walker. And with Kemba Walker, the Hornets are always one of the better teams in terms of limiting turnovers, and how he is able to take care of the ball is a huge part of that.
Well, fans often overlook how important it is to have a point guard who doesn't give away possessions. Walker is mostly a scoring point guard, but has become an all-around star with the completeness of his game.
And so Walker nails both of them.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Ball with it. It's Ingram on the wing. Over Batum. And it's Ingram missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Lamb. Dishes to Williams. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
A little bit of a throwback evening for Howard. Has all of his moves working here tonight.
Thomas dishes the ball. Back to Thomas. Picked by Randall. Thomas kicks to Lopez. He can't hit that time. Good D by Howard. To the middle. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Inside, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
Here's Walker. Outside, Williams. Kicks it to Lamb. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Rebounded by the Lakers. Lopez has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lopez sets a screen for Thomas. In the corner, it's Ingram to the right side. But they get it back. And Thomas has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Thomas got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles.
He's making shots from that area, and the D is not respecting his range. They better respect it now.
Screen by Howard. Walker with it. Now guarded by Ball. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Howard, no good on the free throw.
I love watching Howard still doing his thing out there. A nightly double-double threat.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Charlotte leading by 9. Screen by Howard. Lamb passes to Howard. The feed to Walker. Clock at 6. Shoots over Ball. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 25 points for Kemba Walker.
Walker has a sweet touch from there. He feels at home in that mid-range area of the court.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Charlotte has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the 4th. They set the pick. Lamb with the ball. Now Thomas defending, and Lamb kicks to Walker. Williams dishes to Lamb. Charlotte moving it around. Howard setting the pick for Lamb. Screen by Howard. Here's Walker. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Ball. Right side, Thomas. Pass to Randall. There's the triple. Thomas, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Screen by Howard. And Walker kicks to Howard. And it's sent back by Lopez. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that will push the lead to double digits. Lakers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late. Picked by Randall. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Good luck trying to chase Thomas through screens. With this low center of gravity and quickness, he corners so quickly.
And Lamb kicks to Walker. Howard with this screen on Lopez. The dish to Howard. And the layup falls. And the Hornets lead by 10.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Thomas kicks to Randall. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so the Hornets can now just hold on to the ball. Outside, Walker. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike, it seemed like you were looking to push the pace at every opportunity. What was your mindset?
We're just trying to get out and run. You know, the less play calls, the better. So we're just trying to get out and run and find each other.
You did a great job in transition tonight. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.